Alright, Shalom. Call Halor, Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Okay? Yahweh being the true name of Heavenly Father, who you people ignorantly call God, by Hashem, which is in the name of Yahushua, which is the name of the only begotten Son, who you people ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Those are the true names of the Heavenly Father and the Son. I do want to give a shout out to the Akim that's pushing this word throughout the four corners of the earth, who's also uplifting the name of Yahweh, Yahushua. And to the confusion of faces out there whose bloodline traces back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, our forefathers, though you may look like one of the heathen nations you're scattered amongst, okay? Because Israel has been scattered all throughout the four corners of the earth, okay? If your seed line, the same thing if your seed line goes back to a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American man, and if your spirit bear witness with this word and this truth and you can receive it, then you are an Israelite, okay? To the few sisters that do listen and learn, Shalom, to the elect of the nation of Israel, who his words going out to throughout the four corners of the earth, Shalom to you, to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you make up the 12 tribes of Israel, okay? You are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, okay? The Jews of the Bible, man, okay? The chosen people of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, man, okay? And, sorry, Salaki, my phone's been acting pretty stupid. I'm just gonna do a video on this, man, because this man Esau, man, it shows, man, what does it say in Job 9:24, man? It says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, man. And this is just to prove, okay, that it's talking about Esau, even the so-called white man. And this is just more proof. But I'm gonna play this video. I'm gonna get the scriptures I gotta get, Lord willing, this be edifying.
Headquarters of RT America and our nation's capital. Hello again, everybody. I'm Rick Sanchez. Because there is talk of U.S. military intervention in Venezuela, which President Trump says he is not ruling out, and because there seems to be a run-up to a war with Iran, and because we're now engaged in some way militarily in 76 countries around the world. Think about that. If you're shaking your head and as you hear that number, you probably should be. In 76 countries around the world, we have some type of military presence or some type of engagement. In fact, here, I'm going to show it to you so you can see it for yourself. It's even more dramatic when you actually look at it on a map. Now, here's the map of the world. And what I'm going to do is, first I want to light up the countries where we have military bases. There are 44 of them in all. Everything you see there in red, those are the countries where the United States now has military bases, and we've been adding an awful lot in the last 10 or 15 years. Now, let's show you the countries where we are conducting counterterrorism training. 56 countries around the world. See all of those little targets right there? That's where we suspect that there are terrorists, and we have our officials there, or our military officials trained.
Look at that, man. Look at all the countries that this country is conquering, basically, man. Look at that, man. Look at all of it. Okay, you got people that still want to be in denial, saying that Esau, Edom, ain't the so-called white man. Okay, he's not the wicked that Job 9:24 is talking about, man. But really, let's get the scriptures. Damn it, Salaki, his phone been acting up. It's freezing and going on. Okay? Because this goes back to Esau's blessing, man. This is Genesis 27. This is Genesis 27, verse 38. It says, "And Esau, okay, said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of the heaven from above, man. So wherever this man will be at, he will have the riches of basically the earth, man. And look, what's in all these countries? What's the interest? What's the real interest to why all these the U.S. is in all these countries, man? Okay, because of resources, man. Oil, gold, okay, just land in general, okay? Because that was a part of his blessing, man, okay? But how is he doing it? Let's go back. This is the 40th verse. And by thy sword shalt thou live, man, okay? This man lives by the sword, man. What's his sword, man? It's his media, okay? It trickles down to his ability to make weapons of mass destruction, like nukes. Okay, you can't just make a nuke out of nowhere. It takes deep research and intelligence to make that, but he can do it. Okay, and what's the main one? As you see in this video, his military, man, his army, man. Okay, and let's go to Habakkuk. Habakkuk goes into that, man. This is Habakkuk 1 and 6. For lo, I raise up the Chaldeans, that bitter and hasty nation which shall march through the breadth of the lands to possess their dwelling places that are not theirs. So how can we tie Esau to being the modern Chaldeans, man? Okay? This is Isaiah, the 47th chapter, and the first verse. Isaiah 47 and 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. It says daughter of Babylon. Okay? Sit on the ground there. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. So who is this talking to? Okay? Psalms 1. Slocky, his phone is just really acting up. This is Psalms 137 and 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom. Who is Edom? Esau is Edom, okay? Genesis 36 and 8, okay? That is you so-called white people, the self-proclaimed white man, okay? You are the Edomites. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof, okay? O daughter of Babylon, okay? So it's tying you Edomites to Babylon, okay? Because this America is the modern Babylon, Babylon the Great, man, who art to be destroyed, okay? But that shows you that it hasn't happened yet, okay? This is about to take place, but just tying Esau, okay, to being those modern day Chaldeans, man, the modern Babylonians, man, okay? So let's go back to Habakkuk 1:6. Now my phone's acting. Okay, now it's freezing. This is Habakkuk. Back to Habakkuk 1:6. Just had to get that across. For lo, I raise up the Chaldeans, that bitter and hasty nation, which shall march through the breadth of the lands to possess their dwelling places that are not theirs. And look at this right here, man. Look, America. All that in red is America, man. All them nations, man. You going through all these lands and you're possessing them, okay? And it's not yours, man. Look what you're doing right now in Venezuela, man. You bet you stopped the Venezuelans from getting their gold, man. And now look what you're doing, man. You're trying to get in there and get that oil, and you setting up that puppet government Juan Guaido now, okay? You know, so this proof is talking about you, man. This is Habakkuk 1 and 7. They are terrible and dreadful. Their judgment and their dignity shall precede themselves, man. Okay? All them people that you're over there, dropping bombs on by drones, okay? You keep doing that, man. And it's talking about America. It's definitely talking about, this is definitely linked back to America. This is the point, Habakkuk 1 and 8. Their horses are also swifter than the leopards, and are more fierce than the evening wolves. And the horsemen shall spread themselves, and the horsemen shall come from far. They shall fly as the eagle. Who uses the eagle? Who's the main country in power that's using the eagle? America. That hasted to eat, man. So that's what's going on. The horses and the horsemen, them tanks, and your military men, man. Okay? So let's go back and play the video. And tells you in the 9th verse that shall come off of violence.
Military officials of each of those countries that you see along this map. Now, let's show the countries where we are shooting at people or shooting at buildings either using our planes or our drones. There are 7 countries in the world where we are shooting things out of the sky, essentially. Let's show those right there. And you see that in those countries as well, and by the way, those are the ones that have that little white stripe you see right there. See, like those, and it's Yemen, and it's part of
Look at this.
Somalia, and Pakistan, and Afghanistan.
The countries with the white lines is where the drone strikes are happening, man. Okay, this man is the devil, man. Look.
And Libya, etc. And then finally, I want to show you the countries where we have actual combat troops, boots on the ground, as we often say, soldiers, military soldiers in those countries. There are 15 of them. See them? It's all that you see right there in blue, right? So essentially, we're spread out thin. You could make the argument that this scenario has picked up speed with the invasion of Iraq, a country that is now completely destroyed, more than you could ever imagine. In fact, we have a rare video for you today from inside Iraq that we're going to be showing you in just a little bit. And there's something else we're going to do. There's something else we're going to do, which I think is important. We're going to let you hear for yourself from one of the lone voices who said, if we invade Iraq, not only will we not end whatever terrorism is there or in that region, in fact, it will spread. It will be worse. He said that. This is the news with Rick Sanchez. With a story of a...
All right. So that's good enough. But I'm going to read one more verse. It says, they shall come all for violence, their fish shall sup up as the east wind, and they shall gather the captivity as the sand. That's these other nations, man. These other countries, man. And that's all these man come for, man. Look at the drone strikes that he just showed on the map, man. Okay? So now, I think I'm going to touch it off, finish it off. It's lucky my phone froze. This is Joel. Let me see. 3 and 1, man. This is Joel 3 and 1. For behold, in those days and that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. Judah is the so-called Negroes, man. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they scattered amongst the nations. How do we get scattered amongst the nations? Via the transatlantic slave trade, okay? Who was the forefront of all that? The Edomites, okay? And also by the curses, but mainly through the transatlantic slave trade, and part of my land. Who's part of the land over there? The fake Jews, the so-called Arabs, and even some Hamites over there, which is the so-called Africans, okay? So, the point being is the Lord's going to gather all the nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. And he's gathering these nations now, man. Okay? He's gathering all these nations up now. You're seeing World War III being prepped. You're seeing what they call the East versus the West, man. All throughout this so-called Venezuelan event, man. Okay? So I'm just going to get straight to the point. This is Isaiah 34 and 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. The slain also shall be cast out, and their stench shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, the mushroom clouds, man. Okay, and all their host shall fall down as a leaf falleth off from the vine tree. Falleth off from the vine, and as a falling from the fig tree, man. Okay? This is Isaiah. So this was about to take place, man. That's that World War III right there, man. That third woe, okay? Let me see if I can... This Isaiah 25, 3 and 25. Thy men shall fall by the sword. It's talking about you, Esau, and the rest of these nations. And thy mighty in the war, man. So all that power you have, man. Okay, all that military might that you have due to the blessing, okay? The Lord's gonna have it to where all you just basically lose this war, Esau, man. Okay? All your so-called powerful men, they're gonna fall by the sword, man. There's even scriptures on how when Yahweh shall return, how these so-called mighty men in your military, knowing you having the strongest military, they're gonna bitch up in that day. Okay? But I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna end it with this. This is Job, the 18th chapter. Let me see what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna start at this. The 18th, Job 18:4. He teareth himself in his anger. Shall the earth be forsaken for thee? And shall the rock be removed out of his place? Yeah, the light of the wicked. Who's the wicked? Okay, go to Malachi 1:4. You'll find out who that is. It's Edom, man. Shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine, man. The light shall be dark, and his tabernacle and his candle shall be put out with him, man. The steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. For he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare. Because you walking around thinking that you're a global superpower, and you're going to continue to be a global superpower forever, man. And you won't never go down, man. But you're sadly mistaken, man. That's that snare that the Lord put on you. That pride that he put on you, man. Your pride, Obadiah 1:3. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, man. It's talking to you, Esau. Okay? The gent shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. Okay? The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. Terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. Okay? Now you have all these nations that you've been picking on and bullying, okay? And been stealing their resources and basically threatening them. If they retaliate, they're going to face major consequences. Now they bucking up against you, man. Now you got terrorists on all sides, man. Then you got your economy falling apart. You got us bringing this word out, exposing you, okay? So you getting terrorists on all sides, okay? His strength shall be hunger bitten, instruction shall be ready at his side, man. So that's what the Lord's doing now. The Lord's preparing destruction for the nation of Edom, you so-called white people, okay? Because you in rulership right now, okay? This is Babylon the Great, and then he's going to take down the rest of you heathen nations, man, okay? So that's the time we living in, man. Okay? It shall devour the strength of his skin, even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, that pride that you can't be stopped, okay? Your military can't be stopped. Nothing can stop you. That's going to be rooted out, man. And your new world order, by the way, to you elite banking families, that's going to be rooted out as well, man. And it shall bring him to the king of terrors. Who's the king of terrors? Okay? The Yahweh Shah, man, okay? Who you people ignorantly call Jesus Christ, who is a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah, man, okay? It shall dwell in his tabernacle, because it is none of it his. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitations, man, okay? His roots shall be dried up beneath, and above shall his branch be cut off, man. How? That brimstone, going back to the ICBM nuclear missiles from what these nations is going to shoot at this place, man. 200 million missiles, man. Okay? His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street, man. Okay? That's all. Once all this takes place, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, you Edomites is going to be, won't even be remembered, man. Okay? You won't even be recognizable. Nobody will ever knew that you was in power. You was as powerful as you was after this, man. This Isaiah. I'm gonna end it with this. I wasn't planning on getting this, but it came across my mind. It's Isaiah 14, verse 16. They that see thee, who is the they? The nations, man. Everybody, man. That see thee shall nearly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble? How? Through your nuclear missiles, man. That did shake kingdoms. That made the world as a wilderness. Okay? That's what you did, and destroyed the cities thereof, man. The Middle East is fucked up. Excuse my language. The Africa is messed up. Okay, the land of Israel is defiled by your people, man. Those Edomites over there, those Amalekites who claim they're the real Jews when they're not, man. Okay, and the rest of you heathens, man. Okay, everything is messed up. They opened not the house of his prisoners, man. Okay, and that's the prisoners who being the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. We are the prisoners, and the confusion of faces not to forget about you either. Okay, who goes back to the bloodline of those people, man. Our people, man. Okay? And that's what's going to happen, man. After all this take place, once everybody see how easy the Lord takes you down, okay? Everybody's going to look and be like, that's the man. All that power he had, he got taken down so easy, man. So easy. That's what's about to happen, man. Then that's when all the ass kicking on towards you Edomites is going to happen. Okay? But that's the lesson, you know. Lord willing, this is edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Shalom to the whole elect. Shalom.